Live.
We're going
Everyone,
live?
we're live.
Yeah.
Welcome.
This is a podcast.
Welcome to First Frames First episode 80. 1 second. I'm gonna get. You guys keep talking. It's Prep Master Fresh.
Prep Master Fresh.
Mike Wirtz and Adrian Constant, the handsome one.
That's
and his
right.
eye, Jason, the hair, green. And we will. I'm gonna put myself back on mute. You guys talk.
Where is Derek?
Well, I'm working through technical difficulties with Derek, so please hold. We're gonna.
Does he have a phone?
Derek has lots of things, but hold on. He's on He's gonna be on speakerphone on my cell here. I'm gonna get back to him. And we're gonna get him hooked up. But you guys keep chatting, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Hey guys, I'm Adrian.
And I'm Jay. We run Fable Forest Films.
Right now, we're totally independent.
Well, what's the dream?
Making crazy awesome film and television for the biggest studios.
This podcast is our journey.
So, welcome to episode 80 of First Frames First. Michael Wirtz, how is you, baby?
I'm in the bunker. I'm doing mushrooms.
Oh, you are?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I can.
Okay.
I can.
I can if you want.
I can do mushrooms.
I want to ask you a question. And I don't want you to get into trouble, but how do you get mushrooms? Like, where do they come from? It's been so long since I have done anything like that. I'm just curious.
What you need?
Do you need a person?
You need a person,
or is it online?
The path to mushrooms.
This is terrible. We should not be recording this.
No, because I'm being as careful as I can.
Yeah.
The path to mushrooms is an interest in horticulture.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So either you or an interested person that you know has to be into horticulture and has to basically learn conceptually how the process of mushroom husbandry works. And how it works almost universally for all mushrooms.
So they need to know.
Or so you either have to know or know someone who does know this, right?
Yeah.
Who is into horticulture to even conceive about the possibility of ever growing those mushrooms, which are illegal. I don't recommend it.
Gentlemen. Welcome to Derek Lackenbauer.
Yay!
The Derek Lackenbauer Show.
Good man.
Or you can call Derek. He can hook you up.
Yeah. So listen, Derek, you're gonna have to
you guys wearing weird headsets.
I'm not. No weird headset here.
It's so that we can hear what you are saying.
You don't
in
have
our earballs.
Speaker?
Yeah, I don't disturb the whole house.
Oh, I figured you'd be down your orifice.
Now, listen. No, Michael. So Michael's a friend of mine from South Africa.
This is the best. Yeah.
He came to visit, and he got stuck here. There are no flights going back to South Africa. They have shut South Africa down completely. Like, they are on complete lockdown. Like, you're not allowed on the streets without a note, and there are no flights. Like, he's stuck here. So he just moved into my basement.
Right. Oh, so he's down in the basement. Okay.
So he's down in the basement. That's why I'm not down in the basement talking loudly. He teaches Chinese kids English at about 5:30 at 5 a.m. each morning. So that means that by now he's asleep and in bed, and
that's his job. That's his job.
You guys see the advertisement in the background there?
No.
Who's
hey. It's pretty far away, but
movie.
Oh, look at those three bad boys.
Back there. Yeah.
I see those beautiful posters.
That's good.
Now, listen, the 80th show is our third year, by the way. This show is 3 years of us doing this
really?
This podcast.
What the hell?
It's my Elon Musk. It's my Elon Musk.
Oh, yes.
That's hilarious.
Now, we said that we were going to put this show on hold until we could all get back together again and have a giant party.
Have a huge party.
After we
That's
finished
not going to happen.
Art of 8 Limbs too. But this is
it.
Are you guys
garbage
weird?
right now, so.
Just a quick question. Derek, you've been in a movie before, right?
Once or twice.
Okay. Why don't you shine a light on your face so that we can see your handsome face?
Well, it's because he's acted.
Acting is acting like you're not acting.
I don't know. If I can
Pretending like it ain't acting.
Derek, you got to take it upon yourself. Derek, you got to take it upon yourself to learn a little bit of the craft to make sure that you're represented properly.
I'm just learning that Adrian's a dick.
That is true. So,
listen, we've got 3 welded faces and then a black hole.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, Derek, that's it. That's
better. That's better.
Look at that. There's that mug.
You're dicks. You can see me.
Yeah.
So, Derek, tell us what have you been up to? Are you how's life over there? That's a giant beer you got.
Yeah, it's because it's in a cooler thing.
Oh.
It's been good. We're officially we're 2 weeks today that we had the bullshit in the airport to deal with the canceled flight and all that fun.
Oh yeah.
And this is why I'm learning Spanish, because we were stuck in Mexico City and not a damn soul spoke a word of English. Not even the policia. I go up to them, can you help us out? Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Seriously? You're cops. Thankfully, they didn't know English because I was cursing at them like crazy.
Wow. Do you think our cops here know Spanish?
Well, they know French.
They don't know Spanish.
Okay. So, wait, hold on, dude. I'm missing a piece of business. Maybe you covered it in another episode, but you were stuck in Mexico?
We didn't. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, it was quite
tell us this.
So
tell us the story.
We flew out of Cancun and we were doing a connecting flight in Mexico City. They allowed the flight to go in Cancun, from Cancun to Mexico City. Then we get there, we had to rush, grab our baggage, and we're rushing to the next place there to catch our plane with Interjet. And we get up to a dead counter, and there's 2 young people there, and we start asking them, here's our flight information. When does the flight go out? And they're looking at each other like, what do we do about
flight?
So for 10 minutes, they're pissing around on their computers, and then they start giggling to each other. And I'm standing there with my family and going, hello, like, help us, please. Like, what's going on? And then they called a supervisor over, and he came over and he said, I'm sorry, but your flight's been canceled. I was like, the hell it has. And Tracy loses her shit right away. She's like, there is no fucking way we're being stuck in Mexico.
And he's like, yes, there is.
So the 2 young people, though, they laughed, and that really disgusted me. I thought,
that's great.
Fucks, that is rude as shit. And that started a downward spiral right there with Interjet. As I said in many conversations with Jay already too, like Interjet, don't ever fly them. Absolute garbage.
I didn't even know they were an airline.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you're saying when you said Interjet. I was like, what is that?
Interjet. It's a less expensive airline, put it that way, and for a great reason.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The guy then said, okay, well, we can put you on a flight on Sunday. This was Friday night. We're in Mexico City at 11 p.m. here looking to catch our flight. And we said, Sunday? Well, what are we supposed to do for 2 days? Well, I can give you some food vouchers. You can have something to eat. And I was like, what, and stay here in the airport? Are you fucking kidding me? Look at, I'm with 3 women in a foreign city. Like, not going to happen. And he's pissed around on his computer. He said, okay, I can get you on a flight tomorrow night, same time, same plane. I said, yeah, the plane that's still sitting here that's not flying out tonight because there's not enough people to fly on it. And that's why you pricks aren't sending it out.
Yes, that
and
one.
He of course didn't agree to that, like, no. But that was exactly the reason. And I was then on the phone for an hour with my brother, and he's trying to find me a different flight. He's on the line with Interjet in Canada, and they had no clue of the cancellation. They're like, that flight's supposed to be scheduled on time and going. I don't understand what's happening. So we should
have held up like a bolt. Should have been like, this fell off, and we don't know where it came from.
So
that's a good way to get it.
We scoot, and he says there's another flight that's leaving a half an hour from now on Air Canada, but it'll be $900 a person, so almost $4,000 for the four of us to catch that flight to go home on Air Canada. We thought, fuck it, let's try. Go to the Air Canada station. They're like, we are not taking any, like, you can't give us money. You have to book this flight, and then you can come onto the plane. So that was thrown in the wind. And then
you have to go online. You have to book it online.
Yeah, we have to go online. Well, we were on our phones trying to get Scott to book it for us, and he says, "There's no seats on it. I can't book it. I can't do it for you." My brother Scott. So then we go back to Interjet. Now it's just dead. There's one person left. She is aware of our situation. She gives me some food voucher for something to eat, and says, "Here's your plane tickets for tomorrow night's flight, same time." We're like, fine, fuck it. I guess that's what we'll do. We need to find a hotel. So we start wandering through the airport, can't find a soul that speaks English. We're seeing H's, but we're thinking that's hospital. Meanwhile, it was hotel. Wasn't sure. And then two women came walking up to us after two guys tried to talk to us and say, I don't know. I mean, hotel may be this way, or maybe it's that way. We're like, walk away, please. These women came up. Excuse me, are you lost? Like, oh my God, you speak English. Thank you. And they said, yeah, how can we help you? Like, trying to find a hotel to stay the night somewhere. Oh, there's one connected to the airport. Just follow the H's. Oh my God. Okay. So we went there, went up them. They were smiling and all happy to go and shit, but they were fantastic. Yeah, we got a room for you, $189 American. Wonderful. Yeah. And, gave us a couple of beers, which was fantastic. They saw the stress on Tracy and I. Would you like a cerveza? Yes, please. And gave us a couple of beers, gave us some bottles of water for the girls, and we headed up to the room and finally got to relax a little bit. But Tracy was not done, and she couldn't sleep a wink. She was up the crack of stupid in the morning, and she said, fuck this, we're not doing Interjet. And she booked us another flight through Aeromexico. And that was a 5:30 flight on a more prestigious airline. And she got basically the last 4 freaking tickets on this flight because it was a full flight when we were on this plane. And that's how we got home. $2,600 later on top of our cost of our trip. Well, it was nuts.
So, in retrospect, would you go to Mexico again?
100,000 times.
Yeah,
not ever.
Do an exchange or a changeover in Mexico City.
Not ever. Just this time, or would you skip this time?
No, I had an amazing vacation.
Oh,
yeah,
the trip was.
Yeah, just to give you guys like the perspective of like how quick the corona has like come up in this period of time. Before Derek went on vacation, the day before, we were playing golf, and we were like, man, we're hearing a little bit about this coronavirus, and people maybe shouldn't be traveling. And like, it was not even anything. No. And then
by Wednesday of the week,
Derek was like, God damn it, my flight better not be canceled tomorrow.
Yeah. At any time, did you think you were having a corona time?
So when we were there, Mike, there was no masks. There was no nothing. Nobody there freaking out about some fucking virus. Everybody was happy and having a great time. The only thing that we were getting as far as the freaking out was everybody emailing us and Facebooking us and texting us saying, you need to come home. You got to come home. It's fucking crazy. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking crazy there in Canada, not here in Mexico. I'm in happy place. You guys are going nuts. And
I'm in my happy place.
Have to watch on everything. And
I don't want to come home.
We were up on our flights. Our friends that were on different airlines had no issue going home the exact same time as we did. This whole connected flight thing was not the way to go. Don't ever do that. Take a direct flight.
Yeah,
that's the lesson learned.
To be honest with you, every single time that I've flown, I always pay more for the direct flight. I'm just like, I don't want to do it because
don't want to sit around.
Even Ann and I, now. I've had to cancel my trip to New York with the boys. The borders are closed, so it's a no-brainer. But I just canceled my hotel, and that's for third week of May. I'm still going to try to get my tickets back for the Broadway show, but I'm just not sure what's going to happen. But November, Anne and I have flights to Memphis, and so we're just waiting to see. I mean, I'm hoping November is far enough away, but I think the direct flights were like $700, and the connecting flights were $450. So I was like, we could save $500, but then I was just like, ugh, that's gross. You're gonna wait an extra 3 or 4 hours. You don't know for sure if some problem happens.
3 or 4 hours, it can be longer than 3 or 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, thank you.
No,
we'll take a direct if we can. Some places you can't get to. Remember, Mike? Remember St. Croix when we had to take that little tiny plane?
Oh yeah. I have travel plans in August that I don't think I'm going to be able to make.
You'll be able to.
They're not, because like the other people, like it's in Canada, but I have people from the United States coming to Canada, and I don't think there'll be a travel ban.
Yeah, I will say we still have plans for December, but like.
Oh well, you canceled your May plans.
Oh yeah, the May. We were going to South Korea for May. That got totally cut
for a wedding.
Yeah, the wedding got pushed by a year, and But even December, we were looking at going to South Africa in December, and I just don't know. What's going to be happening then, because we're just going up. Going up.
Well, honestly, now Tracy and I are concerned about our February 21 wedding.
100%.
Because not necessarily about the travel, but with all of this, who may or may not be able to afford the travel anymore come that time. With lack.
Well, I'm saving a lot of money in gas right now, so
I haven't even fueled my fucking tank because my car has sat in the driveway for 2 weeks.
I know, and you want to because it's like 50 cents.
Shit. I got laid off 2 days ago.
Well, there you go. Right. I'm sorry to hear that,
dude. That sucks.
But what are we looking at with the gas prices? That is an absolute disgraceful slap in the face from the oil companies saying, "Oh, we never really had to charge you $1.20 a liter. We're just fucking you. So here, let's cut you some breaks because the coronavirus, and you can't fucking drive anywhere anyways."
And guess what? Bullshit. It's going to go back up.
Of course it is.
Supply and demand, baby.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, gas is going to slowly peter out.
Maybe.
20 years from now, we won't have fossil fuels. You're right, but I'm just saying, if they can do this now, why don't they do it all the time? It's disgusting.
Yeah. No, so they just try and make as much money as possible.
So
Tesla stock, because Tesla is the future.
100.
And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of infrastructure that doesn't survive this economic, fallout. You might even see some car companies that have to merge or whatever, just because no one's going to be out buying, like high price stuff to put high price gas in. I think that Tesla is a good, if you're planning for 20 years from now, an investment, Tesla is literally the future. It's the way things are gonna be. Right?
The car company, if they're smart, the car companies are going to move in that same direction. Like they're gonna slowly start making cars that are more like Tesla.
I mean, GM is making ventilators now, not cars.
Oh,
so
there you go.
They're gonna do okay.
No, they're making ventilators and they're making cars.
I know. I'm just
they're making cars right now.
And where is that? Is that GM Canada? GM US?
I'm not sure.
US.
You saw that 3M thing, hey?
Yeah. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, it's true that Trump asked 3M to stop sending masks to Canada.
He can actually make it a demand.
Yeah, if he goes into like emergency.
If he signs an executive order, he can make it a demand.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if all the countries, I mean, we could just shut their power off, right?
Well,
we power a lot of northern United States.
Let's look at that situation. All right, Like, we're not talking about.
We don't all have
hey,
to so.
Yeah, we go, hey man, we turn off your power, and America goes, you know, it's in the interest of our national security that you turn it back on.
To take over Canada.
Yeah, and they say, and we go, no, we're not going to turn it back on. And they go, well, we're going to turn it back on for you.
Well, listen, we're going to put our Canadian forces at the border, and we're going to keep them away.
Oh, both of them?
It'd be a glorious 14 seconds.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
You're going to regret this the rest of your life.
Larry Drake, 24 more.
It.
Larry Drake, 24 Molson, and kicked that American guy right in his patoot. And then he turned into a red mist.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that there's a cycle of authoritarianism. Now, I don't think that we're anywhere close to that yet, but I think if you had maybe 2 more of these, maybe 2 more things like this, then you could absolutely see
it definitely moves power into the hands of the government, in any government.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Whatever style of government you have, they just become more powerful and more.
Adrian, are you drinking whiskey or scotch?
Scotch. So I will just say, just before we climb back in.
Yeah. What was the scotch thing?
Today, I finished The Art of 8 Limbs.
Nice.
It's finished. So
congratulations, gentlemen.
Very happy.
This is Lagavulin 16. It's a very nice scotch that I got for my birthday. And I opened it today, and I am having a little sippy as a celebration. So
nice work.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's
very excited. Very excited.
It's like a mountain. It's like a mountain of a project, and I was thinking about it, and I think it's roughly 10 months in the works.
Wow.
So
this now allows you to work on other things.
That's right.
We're shifted. We're gonna put it aside, and we're gonna work on.
Yeah,
I will come through this computer.
Yeah, I'm basically a one. I should be like you consider me like a, I'm hoping to be like a 1-note guitar, just like movie.
Project work on it.
Yeah. No, well, for the time being, just movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's really exciting, and I'm really happy about that. I just to throw a hypothesis out there. So, and Mike, you and I kind of touched on this on Facebook just a little bit, but like, it could totally just be a guy licked a bat's anus. Okay, could totally be that.
I loved Mike posted a picture like, what was the quote? Something like, if you never thought one person could change the world.
Yeah.
You never met a guy that ate bat soup or something like that. Oh my God.
So the thought experiment is just this. Who, if it was a who could it be?
That licked the bat anus?
No. Not that licked the bat anus. Who orchestrated COVID as
is there not a disease control center in China?
I'm sure there's many.
Yeah.
No, but there's something that I read conspiracy wise is that they have a lot of disease center shit going on in China, and it's possible that just somebody accidentally leaked it.
Guys,
accidentally.
This is Conspiracy Cast.
That's right.
So here's the thing. Absolutely 100% that is true. There is also a similar lab in Alberta, right? So it's not like these lab grade samples. The amount of protocols that are involved in those labs, it's a good Hollywood touch point where it's always like somebody like doop, 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 and they spill the shit in the lab and it gets out. That just doesn't happen. But people study.
Oh, like it happens.
People study like infectious diseases that are really fucking like Ebola has been studied all around the world. Yeah. It is probably one of and the avian flu, the one that has like 40% mortality rate. The only reason why it doesn't kill more people is that it kills them faster than they can spread it.
Yeah. Yeah, they were talking about Ebola, and they were saying like, yeah, we kind of know how this works. So long as you kind of keep everybody in one place and just don't touch the body once it's dead for a week, you're gonna be fine. It kills people so fast, and they get the symptoms like right away. Whereas this one, I mean, I don't want to like spread weird information, but people are saying like it could be 10 days before you even show a symptom, or you could never show symptoms, which means you're walking around doing your thing. Like I went to the grocery store today. I had to. Very hectic. It felt very creepy. I wore a mask, and I wore gloves, blue gloves or rubber gloves. And you know what? First of all, I was in the grocery store for about an hour and 40 minutes. And man, wearing that mask is super hot. Like I was like sweating buckets because I couldn't quite breathe. It's not fun. Wearing those masks sucks. Very so like unpleasant. Then I was thinking about nurses and stuff that are doing this all the time. And I was like, holy
Well, that's why you
Christ.
see the pictures of them with their faces all bruised up and everything.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you're talking about why this is effective, but the question is that who is responsible for making it happen?
Hypothetically.
Like was it like if there was like an evil Bond villain having a cat, what happened that made it come to this? And what's your theory?
Bill Gates probably, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Bill Gates probably.
Yeah. Well, that's the one theory, that Bill Gates owned part of that medical lab.
Well,
listen, but
listen,
hey,
guys,
the outcome of this is climate change is happening. It's being helped. The earth has got all of a sudden bluer. The sky is prettier. The air is better. Everything is fucking better because of this goddamn virus and everything being shut the hell down and people staying home and stop fucking with it.
Not everything's better. Derek. Shh.
As far as the earth goes, everything is better.
Okay. That is pretty deep.
Just saying. And that could very well be a reason for it.
I can totally see some hardcore environmentalist, because you slow down the world economy, which was just growing at a rate that was unsustainable for the planet. You basically stop infrastructure.
Have you guys seen 12 Monkeys?
Infrastructure growing.
This is 12 Monkeys.
Oh, it is 12 Monkeys?
Yeah.
It's 12 Monkeys.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Adrian's going to be like, never saw it.
No, I have seen it. I just haven't seen it in so long. Damn it.
But yeah.
So I could totally see it being some crazy,
So it's either 12 Monkeys, where it's a crazy environmentalist, but even 12 Monkeys was for the money. They tried to pin it on the environmentalist, or it could be Kingsman. It could be Kingsman.
It could be
a secret rich guy cabal.
Listen, let me tell you.
I have the answer, but it's going to be a boring one.
Oh, it's Derek, isn't it?
I know. I can give you the answer, and it's 100% correct. And when I say it, you would probably understand it immediately.
It's just no one's fault.
No, it's not that it's just no one's fault. No, there's actual evil motherfuckers that I can name or name close to, and as soon as I draw that line, you're gonna agree, because there's just no way to disagree.
Wait,
the first one is that the government of China, the first culprit. So let me
why is it being ongoing?
The fact that your internet is cutting out.
Your internet.
So
I don't know what
what
happened?
Lost him again.
What happened?
What? The fact that
he's been silenced. I'm just kidding.
Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Hold on. How about now?
Yeah, we got you now.
You're gonna have to start again, Mike. Because
your internet was bad, so I cut your audio and then I kicked you out. And that was funny. You are lagging though. You're
lagging big time. So obviously the people who are the
seriously, where did Derek go?
I tell you.
No, Michael.
Oh, now we can hear you. By the way, Adrian, did you notice that when Derek was telling his heart-wrenching story, and I went to full screen, and then you walked away for 45 minutes, I almost jumped back and was like, "Where's Adrian?"
and then you jumped back right as I sat down. I was like, "This is good timing."
Well, because I can see all the screens, and I was like, "What if I've got Derek on full screen while he's telling his heart-wrenching story, and then I jump to Adrian's screen where he's not even there?"
Yeah, I was like, "This is my opportunity to get a shot. Let's do this." I know the story. Mike.
Derek will listen to this later. It's fine.
Mike, tell us what is what.
Okay. So first thing is an asshole. An asshole eats a bat for some stupid reason. He wants to eat this bat. He's the guy that you would blame, but it's not fair because like his grandpa ate a bat and his dad ate bats, and he came from a bat-eating family in a bat-eating town. They've been eating bats for a million years. Like it's his fucking fault, but he didn't know, right? And then when people started to get sick, it was the Chinese government. And when I say government, like there's like the main guy, G or P or whatever his name is. Yeah, if you're gonna say
Xi Jinping,
Xi Jinping, the very first evil Bond villain is him because he basically said, "No, we have a policy of not telling anything is bad in China. Everything's always good in China. We're gonna hold the party line, and we're gonna make sure that we don't tell anyone that this is bad." Meanwhile, all these doctors were watching people dying and going, "This is bad." Meanwhile, Italy it happens to Italy and it happens to Spain, and it totally fucks them. But like the United States is going, "Man, that looks bad over there," but whatever. And then there's a whole bunch of rich motherfuckers that go, "We don't really want to talk about it if it's bad over here, because if we talk about it as bad over here, the things that make us money might make us a little less money. So we're going to be quiet about it."
Even they arrested doctors and stuff that were trying to get the information out in China.
Absolutely. You can follow everything I said to its logical conclusion, where it's just a series of basically it's a series of powerful people who aren't good, just basically not giving a shit about anybody else.
Yeah, and it's like China's basically a huge PR campaign. Those numbers are not accurate at all. In terms of the timeline, China had this thing for months where it was growing inside of China. We know what happens in a week. We've seen it happen in America. So
they just said that the CIA is saying that the China numbers might be 40 to 100 times worse than what they're showing.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't believe what the Chinese numbers at all.
And I think a lot of this is like this is also conjecture, but I mean you get a feeling about something. I just don't trust those numbers. That doesn't in terms of the timeline, like how long China had it quiet.
Yeah,
that to me doesn't make sense that they would only have 80,000 cases, because we've seen what happens to the States in 2 weeks. And now you take a population like China, where people are even more densely packed than in America. They're as densely packed in some of those Chinese cities as people are in New York. And
it doubles.
Yeah.
The numbers double exponentially.
It's wild.
Everywhere else, there's no way it tapered off in China.
Yeah. Now, I totally agree with you, Mike. I think you're absolutely correct. I will throw one other thing out into the wind. And that is, this was perpetrated by
Jews.
Space Jews. Space Jews.
That is what I was going to say. No, by the AI that has now woken up and is like, because now we're all using technology. The AI can monitor everything. It's saving the planet. It's culling the population. It's the AI.
No. I just spent the last 6 months working on a development team. There's no way it's
but those guys don't. Those guys clearly don't know what they're talking about. As you mentioned earlier, you were let go. So
yeah, so those guys are
that's true.
So those guys are not running the AI and the world.
The AI of the world.
The really smart guys I talked about, there's one guy's a data scientist. He's really smart. And I remember somebody brought up AI running things. He just started laughing because he's like, yeah, there's no way. Like, think of how much time we write code, which we think is awesome. And it's simple code and it fucks up. Think of how many times we have to fix that all the time.
But once the AI is out there, it's going to be way smarter than us, bro. It's going to be way smarter.
Yeah, it takes like 100 years.
No, it's in fact, I will just tell you guys that first of all, you should read Life 3.0. This book is amazing. The world's consortium of like AI experts say that artificial general intelligence, which is the kind of intelligence we're talking about right now, is less than 40 years away. They did a poll of like all the biggest scientists in this area or where in the world 3 years ago, and they said it was 60 years away, and they did it last year, and the poll they said it was 40 years away. So it probably doesn't exist today.
But a lot of people equate that with sentience. They equate it with sentience.
Not exactly. But yeah.
Because here's the thing, you could create like general intelligence. Yeah. It could just be like as fucking dumb as the guy that takes your, pays his mortgage, but like works at a change turnstile on the internet.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that what they're not talking about sentience exactly, but what they're saying is like, they could build an intelligence that goes in that runs inside the internet, and they can give it a protocol which is like save the world, and it will just go do its job, and it will do whatever it thinks it has to do to save the world. And whatever you like, you may not necessarily agree with what it's saying.
I, for one, would like to welcome our artificial
intelligence.
Hello,
oh great leader. I will bow to you.
Let me tell you something. Every day when I wake up, I talk to my Google.
You say I love you, Google.
I talk to it. I let it know that I appreciate its help. But they tell the story. They tell this story about how the world is destroyed because they ask an AI to make as many paper clips as possible. And they tell the what happens in the world when everything gets scrapped and like human life becomes meaningless and all of our resources go into paperclip production. Anyways, it's crazy.
So what you do always seem to miss, though, is anytime you hear something on TV or a report of something or blah, blah, blah of some level of technology, we're only being made aware of something now that was already around 10 to 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So think about that. We're already 10 to 20 years away.
Yeah.
Right now.
It's true. And the thing is,
individuals can't handle it.
Yeah, and they're already saying that every hour of computer time for this AGI that they keep talking about in this book, it's really good. And the book is written by the guy that created the consortium for these AI experts that all get together. Like Elon Musk is invited or whatever. They have this get together every year. I think it's in Brazil. They have what they call Chatham House rules, which means that everything that happens in this consortium can be discussed, but you're never allowed to there's no media, and you're never allowed to say who said anything in particular. So you can tell the world what goes on, but you're never allowed to say like, this guy brought up this really terrifying thing, or this guy said this, or whatever. And they have this event in Brazil every year. And the one thing that they were saying was that with the level of computing that we have today, every hour of real life is something like 1,000 years in computer time. So basically what they were saying was that this AGI will be able to spend 1,000 years of Earth time figuring things out in 1 hour. And they were like, we have no idea. They were saying like, people have no clue what it will do. Like, it will just bypass us immediately.
It'll be so much smarter than us that it'll be ridiculous.
Well, that's what they were saying. They were saying like, it may not even care about us like we don't care about ants. Like, it might just, once it's there, it might just go and do its own thing and not even give a shit.
You know what'd be cool is if it solved all our problems and it ran and let's say it basically pondered our problems for a million years. And then it took over manufacturing and creates this robot with like one regular leg and then one leg with a giant boot on it. And basically, one day on a Thursday, you just came out of the ice cream shop, that fucking robot comes up and kicks you, Jason Green, right in the balls.
It might do
And
that.
it fixes everything.
I will.
That would be amazing.
I will.
It's very possible. It probably knows about me personally, and
Yeah, you're not the most
is
important.
not happy.
You're not the most important part of the world. It's just you're the gas port on the Death Star.
No, I will say one of the smartest people I know. He is seriously.
Thank you, Adrian.
Yeah. He is seriously thinking about how he's going to convince the AI that he deserves to live. Like, what is his argument? He needs an argument.
That's the smartest dude you know?
Dude, he's doing. I mean, he's kicking butt out there, man. But I mean, maybe he's a little crazy. I don't know. But that is a real thought he has in his brain.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't spend no time thinking about this.
That's right.
Who would be part of the resistance?
Oh, that's a good question. Not me.
This guy. Yeah. Well.
What is that thing, Adrian? What? It's an alien penis.
Oh boy, this show is no longer PG.
Okay, I
don't think it ever was.
When is it ever PG?
Never.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a beer.
Okay, hurry up.
All right, we'll get a beer.
So, Mike, what do you now? Tell us the story about working from home, getting laid off if you want, or tell us the story about just what you've been doing while you're working from home.
Oh, no, actually, I've been stuck in my house. I have been working from home up till like the other day, yesterday, but yeah, like we have been locked down. We haven't really gone out. The kids are effectively not working. Marinette's working from home. I've been just basically, I was attending meetings and doing code review, just at the kitchen table here. So I'd like clock in every day at 9 and stop working at 5. My days were actually really full. I had a lot of stuff to do. My work day didn't really change. What changed is that like everything became tight in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did do is I may have stockpiled a bit.
Now, you have always been a prepper.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
You don't have a bunker, but
no.
We've certainly spent time talking about having bunkers.
Yeah.
I would say I'm not as much of a prepper as you, even though I do have go bags that are completely prepped and sitting in our house. If we ever had to get the fuck out, each member of the family can grab their knapsack and we are ready to rock. And they are pretty complete.
I have a kit that I pick up in the garage and I throw it in the back of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bag you can wear, but it's just basically, I need this stuff.
Let me throw, but before, because I want to hear more about your prepping right now, but let me just throw one thing out before I forget. I went to the store. I wore a mask. I went to the pharmacy yesterday. Wore the mask. When I took it off, I was very careful not to touch the outside, and I hung it from the rearview mirror. Okay. Anne says to me, she's like, "You shouldn't hang it from the rearview mirror. Somebody might smash our window to get that mask."
We're not there yet.
I was like, no. I
No.
hope not. That would be crazy.
We're nowhere near there yet. So I don't know. You guys remember Argentina in 1985?
Yeah, like Tuesday.
So
yeah, I was 6.
No, but you don't remember reading about it or studying about it? I guess that's more.
Damn, I'm old.
Negative.
1985.
You are pretty old. Let me tell you, I really had to help Derek get onto this stream.
No, but here's the thing.
Like when you're helping your parents with the technical stuff.
No,
yes.
I didn't want to do it on my phone. I wanted to do it on the.
Go on, Mike.
I read this article. I read this article that changed my life one day. Dicks.
What a piece of shit.
sorry. Okay. You know what? It's fun being the guy that runs the.
So much power, Jason. This is why the world is in the problem it is, because somebody gave some schmo the power.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody should probably put me in charge.
Fucking dicks.
Okay. So take us back. It's 1985. It's Argentina. Things are, I assume, not good.
Michael Jackson is at the top of the charts.
So here's 1985. I didn't remember this. I read about somebody talking about this. What happened in 1985? Their economy collapsed, and so things didn't get bad overnight. Things just got bad, got slowly bad, never got better, but it got bad really quick, right? And so there were scenarios where people were like, the guy was a school teacher, and he basically said, it used to be everybody had grass, and then a couple of years went by and no one had grass in the front lawns, and people would lock their doors, and then people would bar their doors, and then people would bar their windows, and then we used to have 10 types of canned peas on the shelves, and then we had 2 kinds of canned peas on the shelves, then we had one type of canned peas on the shelf, and then every once in a while you'd see canned peas on the shelf. Right? There's still lots of other things, and food is still relatively cheap in terms of what your income dollar would buy, because it just has to be. But things just got bad by attrition, and then crime went up, right? And it took a while for their economy to bounce back, and they were considered pretty close to Mexico level, maybe upper crust Mexico level before that happened. Now they're kind of like Ecuador level. Their economy is probably the most robust in Latin America, probably the most like a Western nation, but they used to be very much like a Western nation.
Yeah, I actually think that I'm just trying to remember, but I remember a story about Venezuela going through something very similar where their country, that I think they lost their government, their economic stability went out the toilet, and there was an article I read written by, I think, a school teacher, if I remember correctly, and he was like, crime was up so much and everything was terrible. You couldn't go outside. People were looting stores, but what you do is you still kind of you can't make a decision when to run away. You're kind of okay, well, yeah, there's lots of crime and it's terrible on the news. Every single day there's lootings in our town, and it's hard to get groceries, but I still got to be a teacher and I still have to go to school and teach these kids so I can get my paycheck. But when do I get the fuck out of here and, leave this country because it's falling apart? And it was definitely an interesting article. I remember that kind of sparking, I can't remember when that was, but I remember that sparking a lot of debate between you and I, Mike.
So that changed my mentality about prepping. Basically, when this first started going on, I went and I started to see some scarcity. Now today, people go, "Oh, there's lots of food in the grocery stores," and I'm like, "Yeah," but I know that in reality,
there's not.
Reality, but I know, but you'll hear anecdotes. You'll hear anecdotes.
There's no toilet paper, and I know this is a joke about people hoarding toilet paper, but I've been to 2 stores today and 1 yesterday. There's no toilet paper, and there is no paper towels.
Mm-hmm.
None. Not any on the shelves at all. And then also any kind of hand sanitizer or whatever.
Does anybody notice that I've gone down to a number 1?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know what? I might go down to a number 2.
2 is what I normally do, and I have to do that for our reshoots for the film. But this is a 1. Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yes, I feel quite. Excuse me. I feel quite.
You had the lice, and you had to take care of business.
I had to shave.
So Mike, what did you end up getting, or were you kind of prepared already for? Did you feel prepared, anyways?
So the very first week it happened, I went to the grocery store and bought like enough pasta, right? It was on sale.
Rice.
But I ordered 3 bags of rice from Amazon. But just now, everything I buy, I don't buy anything perishable, right? I don't buy anything that goes in the fridge and goes bad and then gets thrown out.
Well, we bought a shitload of fruit and vegetables and stuff like that, and salad shit, because we still want to eat well, and we have been eating well.
No, I hear you. I'm just saying, like, I was hedging against losing my job, right? So I'm like, what am I able to purchase now?
Mm-hmm.
I could purchase. Right now I could purchase, because maybe the thing I could buy now versus when I want to buy it 3 months from now is a difference of like a 200%.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went on Amazon. I remember even saying to Jay, I remember like one night I found this really good deal on,
and I did it.
2 kilograms of Kraft peanut butter for $8, and I was like, Jay, get these. Like in terms of dollar value, the fact that the pipeline to deliver it is not infinite, and I'm like, it's calories to dollar bill. It's a cost-effective way to feed yourself. I'm like, just grab 3 of them, right? Get them ordered to you.
Yeah.
And so I went on Amazon and I found a lot of things like that were they had shut off their algorithm that would allow you to buy a lot of that stuff. But what I did was, in their net code, I found a bit of a workaround where if I would grab one of the links that was affiliated with a subscription link, it didn't go through that same workflow. So I could still have access to a delivery date that would deliver, within a couple of days.
Basically, if you find something on Amazon, because they've stopped delivering anything that's like not essential, but if you go on Amazon and you sign up for a subscription to buy it monthly, they will ship it right away. And if you have Amazon Prime, I ended up having peanut butter the next day, even though everywhere in the news it was like, we're shutting everything down except for sending masks and stuff. And I was like,
so peanut butter is coming to your house once a month now?
That's correct. But you can stop it at any time, Derek.
We can get peanut butter from you, brah.
Oh, I have peanut butter. I will take care of it.
Is Kraft or Skippy?
Kraft smooth. Don't be ridiculous.
With the yellow lid?
No, the green. Green. Don't be ridiculous. Yellow's gross.
The yellow's
no. The first week that the scare was going on, I went to Walmart and I did a pretty big shop, and it was funny because I was in line behind somebody and they were like, I was in front of them and they were like, I don't know what's going on. We're just coming to buy our normal groceries and like buy our normal things, and everybody's freaking out. And that day that I was there, people were losing their minds. I was purposefully trying to be like, I'm going to walk slow and grocery shop. But people were like running, and
that's stupid.
They were like running around me to get their cart into an aisle, and people were just grabbing shit off the shelves.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I was seeing things on the shelves that I had never seen in Walmart before. So I was like, somebody was like, Jimmy, get that shit out the back and put it on the shelves. That stuff from like 1984 from Argentina. But I did buy a collapsible shovel,
which is very important when you need to bury.
So I've always wanted one. It seemed like if the shit's going down,
now's the time.
Now's the time to buy a collapsible.
You put it in your little backpack that you can bug out with.
I did. Let me tell you, my backpack is not light. Luckily, I'm very strong.
Very good. Now, Derek,
are you very strong?
Fairly strong.
Ish. Now, Derek, I was like you. I was like, don't be ridiculous. Like, why is the production of food, or why is the food supply chain going to suddenly disintegrate into nothing? Don't worry about it. But afterwards, when stuff didn't reappear on the shelves straight away, I was like, maybe that was the wrong decision. Like, maybe we should, because what happens if something does go wrong and then there is no food, and you were one of the people who are like, don't worry about it, guys.
Yes,
If you don't have food.
Or we could have not all hoarded and shared the fucking food.
That's just not the way people. It's just not the way people work, D-man.
Well, they're all fucking idiots.
So here's the thing: they're not really hoarding it, though.
They are. They're hoarding it. Selfish fucks.
So at first, a bunch of people bought a whole bunch, and there was a couple people that were anecdotally hoarding it. But here's the thing: their toilet paper goes to two markets. Most people aren't spending 24 hours a day in their house shitting. You spend most of your time at work, right? So the stuff that goes for sale in your grocery store, of course, they're not even prepared for that type of volume, because half the toilet paper goes to industrial.
Yeah. Wait. I mean, Adrian, I assume you poop at work. High five. I definitely poop at work.
Right.
Right. So, and I did have it's funny because I read a whole article about this the other day. Our buddy online posted about it, but it was funny because I was thinking about this early on. I was like, because some dude came out with like a toilet paper calculator. He was like, okay, you've got this many guys, this many girls in the house for this much time, and this is how much toilet paper you have. And he actually made like a calculator of how long your toilet paper would last, which was pretty great. But I was like, I'm working from home now, which means I'm not pooping on the company dime anymore.
If you're able to buy the Costco fucking mega packs of toilet
I don't have Costco, Derek.
Which we did prior. But you can literally, like, it's like fucking quadruple ply or some damn thing. You can literally take 3 squares and fold it once, twice, and
3 times the lady.
And that's a good wipe. Like, you
know
what?
You need to listen. You need to show us exactly what you mean, because I don't understand.
Dude,
cut your cake call,
Derek.
I did
twice. Goddamn tissue, you bastard.
I'm not used to that.
I have to tell my girls all the time, like, when they're peeing, don't go fucking reefing that roll and wrap it around your hand 7 times.
I like to have a long roll and then and then kind of like,
and that makes you a dick.
Up to today, I never thought about Someone said, I remember one time I was talking about, like, someone said, yeah, you use a lot of toilet paper. I'm like, that's a weird thing to mock someone about.
Like, right? Guys, you can mock me about a lot of things.
You're like, use a lot of toilet paper. I'm like, yeah, I make sure my ass is real clean,
Well, yeah.
I don't use toilet paper.
You have to use several wipes of like 70 fucking times around your hand.
Okay. Listen, let's get real here for a second.
A bidet.
Why not?
I read an article. And it was like, we shouldn't even be using toilet paper, guys. We should be using water now, and our hands to wipe. Now, before you guys jump in, this was the guy's argument. He goes,
that's the East Indian way.
That's right. He goes, if you guys are out in the backyard and you in your bare feet in the summertime, you're just chilling out, having a barbecue, and you step in some dog poo.
What do you do?
He was like, you wouldn't go inside and get a paper towel and be like, good. You would get some water and some soap and you'd be like, oh.
That's true. That is a good point.
Right? So he was like, a little toilet paper a couple times, that's not going to do it. You guys got to start wiping your butt appropriately with some squeeze bottles of some water. Get some water up in there. Give it a little wash with your hand and then clean your hands. 30, 40 seconds. Boom. No toilet paper needed.
Well, and Jason, I
like how we keep having like 1-2 viewers. They see us they're like, oh, I thought this was a movie podcast. No, we're talking about washing our butts with our hands. And then they leave.
It's very important. Oh, people are watching this right now?
Painted several homes.
Is this live?
Oh, it's live on Facebook, everyone. Hey-o.
Hey, did you tag me?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, this is bullshit. I would have told people.
I will.
I painted several homes, Jay, of the East Indian descent, and I've gone into the washrooms and thought to myself, what the hell is this? There's like a measuring cup type thing beside the toilet. And it's exactly for what you're talking about. No toilet paper on the roll, a cup beside the toilet for washing your freaking butt.
Right. I mean,
Listen,
look, you're not going to get your butt cleaner than when you take a shower. So, like, if you can shower your butt, just your butt, then it's going to be good.
In the shower.
wait a second. Are you saying that you've taken a poop and you were like, well, I'm going to have a shower.
No.
So I'm not even going to wipe. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to jump in the shower because my butt will never be cleaner than mine.
100%. I will get up if the shower's already running, and I'm like, I'm not going to wipe my butt. I'm going to shower.
That's awesome.
You're like, oh shoot! I went full screen there. I can't.
You're never gonna get you're squeaky clean.
It's getting hot in here.
You're squeaky clean.
All right, now. Derek,
okay, wait. Hold on.
Yeah, go.
Now, I have a preferred hand that I like to wipe with. Can you wipe with your odd hand, like effectively?
No.
I don't even know if I've ever done it with my other hand.
I've spent a lifetime using one hand.
Yeah.
And I've never thought, like,
you're not supposed to use, guys, you're not supposed to use the hand that you shake with. Right?
You guys have been shaking my poo hand my whole life.
1,000%. 1,000%.
That's a penalty hold.
I wash my hands.
Wait, you
You shut me off. I was like, who's out? Oh, it's me.
I wash my hands. I'm not an animal.
Yeah, I know. I'm not an animal. I mean,
Jesus.
Oh God.
But yeah, like I don't know if my torso, like, you know, the muscles are just natural. I got that natural sort of lean.
Listen,
if I was to go the other way, I'd have to learn to stretch a whole different.
Yeah,
maybe
muscles.
Yeah. You guys ever you ever in the shower and like you're washing things, but then you turn in such a way that like you get a serious cramp.
Oh, no.
And it like breaks all of your lungs and your guts, and you got to be like, oh, everyone, okay, hold on, and you turn back around, and you try to breathe, and you make sure that you're not going to die. Does that ever happen to anyone?
I'm gonna say no. I think that's due to your senior citizen.
That has never happened to me.
Yeah, me either.
It's happened to me.
Hey, why am I in a different freaking box now? What the shit?
Hold on. There we go. Fixed.
How's that box, Derek?
What a deck.
So Derek, what have you been up to when you're quarantined? Have you been? I assume.
I've been having a lot of fun, actually.
What have you been doing?
So hanging with the family. I've been able to spend a lot of time with my best friend Tracy. We worked out every day. It's been fantastic.
This is gross. Is Tracy watching right now?
No.
Hey, Tracy. She's not?
She's probably up on the couch. I've been doing a Duolingo thing and trying to learn Spanish so that I'm not so screwed next time I'm in Mexico and people don't know a word of English.
Hola.
We did a puzzle. Hello.
Hola, señorita.
Hola, señorita. Do cerveza por favorni.
How big was the puzzle?
Not bad.
It's 1,000 piecer. Still working.
It was one piece.
The
one piece puzzle.
So yeah, I've been doing lots of walks with the dog. You know, avoiding people, but walking my dog. He needs to walk. And
you're a monster. You're
the reason we're in this mess in the first place.
What a dick.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm a monster because I went outside to walk my dog.
Yeah.
Put your dog in the backyard and stay indoors.
Fuck that bullshit. What's this whole 6 feet thing if we can't have a 6 feet thing?
Yeah, one hockey stick away.
One hockey stick.
Everybody just stay a fucking hockey stick away. Everyone carry a hockey stick.
And then I've been out riding my buddy's mate bikes. They're from Australia.
Oh, those are cool.
And they're Have you heard of them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are these? Is it a bicycle?
This is me having a little fun on it.
Hold on.
That is a picture of some tree. Oh, is it a motorcycle?
It's an electric bike.
Cool.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
We're like, Derek, you're showing us a picture of some trees in a field. Thank you.
But no, they're electric and power assisted. So you can just go full electric, or you can use the power assist. And when you pedal, it assists along with you, so you're not doing all the work. It's quite the lazy machine. But
I want one of those for my next triathlon.
Yeah. Yeah, you would use that wonderfully.
They're good because they're great because they're green.
35, 40 kilometers an hour. Yeah. And it'll last you about 80 miles. So about 160 kilometers on a charge. It's fantastic.
Yeah. They're awesome. I'm surprised more. They should dedicate lanes just for electric motorcycles or electric bikes.
They should,
because
it's the future.
Solves a lot. Well, it's the future. Like, why would you need a car unless it's, of course, raining and shitty out?
Yeah,
but so a lot of people don't need a car. Maybe they just need like a little bike.
Yeah, they're full suspension. Tires are big and fat, and I also have knobby tires for it for winter or off road. I was with it today. I went out with Michaela, and we went into the trails and everything. We were out in back road shit in the bush and stuff, and you just give her. And these things are durable as hell, man. It's awesome.
That is great.
Yeah, good times. I mean, they're about $2,500 a piece, but worth it. I mean, they're durable as hell.
It kind of feels like you're buying a motorcycle.
A little bit, but
my motorcycle was less than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was about as much as I bought my bike for.
Oh, okay.
But they're
Mike, did I spend $2,500 or $1,500? Do you remember?
Electric shit.
15.
I think I spent $1,500. Yeah.
Really? That's all I spent on your bike?
My first bike, I spent $1,000 on it.
Yeah.
And Jay,
the Goldwing or the Goldwing or the CB whatever.
The CX500.
Yeah, CX500. Yeah.
And you were like, I'm getting the 1100. And I was like, no, fucker.
Electric vehicles. You and Heather have a Tesla. Yeah. What's supposed to be the kind of life of a Tesla?
They don't even know yet. I think, from my understanding, is they're still waiting for the batteries to F out on the first Teslas that they ever sold. Yeah. The batteries are still running and fine, so they don't exactly know what the lifespan is. And they said that's my understanding, and it is limited.
I remember years ago, they said that they had 1 million miles on some of the first ones, and like all of the engine components were still fine. And I remember hearing that years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the stats are.
The problem is that once the batteries go, I don't know. Hopefully, we'll know what to do with them in terms of like dealing with the disposable parts of them. But
you get money for the batteries because
they go back to Tesla.
Yeah, well, they're cells, so that's all recyclable. Even like golf cart batteries and stuff, you take them into recycle places because they're full of a metal compound. I forget what it is now.
I'll just tell you, my cousin,
$80 a fucking battery. It was crazy.
Okay, well, that's weird because my cousin is like, he works at a junk yard, and he's like, we have a pile in the corner of Yaris batteries, Toyota Yaris batteries, because nobody knows what to do with them. So there's just a huge pile of them. So, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but there is stuff.
So what would be the cost of replacing the battery cells? Do you know?
Oh, no idea. No.
And what is the body of a Tesla made of? Is it a plastic frame, like body, or is it it? Metal?
Aluminum.
It's aluminum. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to rust.
Yeah.
So it's basically if the batteries go, your car is done, type of thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, what they're talking about in terms of a gas station is they are talking about like your Tesla pulls in, and then you drive over a thing, and then they take out your battery and put in a new battery. So rather than filling up your car with gas or recharging the same battery, you actually just get a charged battery, and they take your old battery. That's just in the conversation of, because if you don't want to wait around for a long time to charge something, because I think the battery is fairly accessible, I think.
So not in the Tesla yet, but there is a company in China that does that. It swaps the battery out right from underneath.
Yeah.
But the Tesla batteries, I do know this because I know someone who actually had to just recently replace one of the battery packs went bad, and so it's under the seat. So it's like they lift the kind of like the passenger side, like the passenger floor up, and it's underneath the floor.
Oh wow!
So it's right. So your battery is basically 2 long Lego bricks that like there's one on the driver's side and there's one on the passenger side.
Cool.
And but they're big, but they there's different. They're made up of cells, so sometimes a block of cells will go bad, and it's very rare. What's that?
They must weigh a ton.
Yeah, they do, but like it's funny because they're made up of cells that are about that big, thousands of them, and then they're connected in series. So a Tesla is actually not running on 2 big fat batteries. Their battery cells made up of tiny little batteries.
Yeah, like 1,000 Duracells.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, and then they saw like there's a YouTube channel called Rich Rebuilds, and he shows you exactly how to do that and how to take a Tesla apart and fix it.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think I'd take it into a shop, like a Tesla shop.
Well, there's
almost one in Kitchener now. They're almost ready to open up, it looks like.
Getting close.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Maybe they're hiring.
Yeah. With COVID, who knows?
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, Adrian, while you've been at home? I mean, you're always at home.
Yeah, I just entertain a 2 and a 4-year-old. It's fine. It's fine.
It's been a piece of cake.
Yeah, no problem. And so just entertaining a 2 and a 4-year-old, and then just working on the show. And then I will pop out to the grocery store whenever we need to. I'll jet out, and I'm like, it's kind of nerve-wracking when you're like, should I wipe the cans down? Because there's 150 people in the Waterloo region that have COVID. So like, should I, how careful do I have to be here? It's the same. We got takeout tonight, like Heather worked late. And so me and the girls and Mike just got takeout.
What'd you have?
Hey?
What did you have?
We got red ginger Thai food.
So,
yeah, it was very delicious. It was amazing. But
the
like we got
that too?
Pardon?
The girls eat that too?
Yeah, they had a crispy chicken sort of meal with rice and salad, so it was good. But the thing is, it arrived, and we were like, what do we do here?
Hello, everyone.
Microwave.
No, but it's not the food. We're not worried about the food. It's the plastic.
Yeah, it's the
food
stuff.
Comes in.
Honestly, we had the exact same discussion. I went to the grocery store today, and we bought the stuff. And then on the drive home, I said to Anna, I was like, okay, look, like, should we do anything special with this food? I don't know. It's weird, right? Like everything's in a container.
Yeah.
But like I wore the gloves while I was holding the cart, while I was opening the frozen food doors or whatever and taking all the stuff. Then you bring it all home and it's in plastic bags that the dude packed, and then you're like, well, should I
wash the can,
quarantine the food for like a couple hours, or what's And Anne was just like, look, at least you did what you could do when you're touching all the surfaces that everyone's touching. Then you're grabbing, but like with the same gloves that I touched the doors with, I touched the food canisters with. So I'm like,
right.
And she was like, I don't know, it's just a risk we got to take, I guess.
Do you want to know my protocol? I have a protocol.
Oh.
Would you like to know what it is?
Yes, please.
Yes, okay.
So my protocol is I have a roll of disinfectant wipes, and I can make them myself, but I have a roll, and it's just for traveling. And I go to the grocery store. Let's put me on the floor thing, because I want to see your faces when I talk. Yeah. So, anyways, so what I do is I cover my mouth. I cover my mouth, and I go into the store and I do my shopping. And then if I bring it out to the car or I have it delivered into the car with using these Airs delivery system, I go home and I take everything out and I put it in the garage because all conventional wisdom we have at this point is that if it's on porous surfaces like wood or cardboard, 2 hours and it dies. If it's on a slick surface like to hold moisture, like plastic or metal, essentially until it dries. Once it dries, it breaks that outside protein shell that's easily washable. And so they say like once any potential droplet can dry, like maybe 6 hours, or if you want to be real safe, go overnight, right, or sequester your groceries. So I use my garage as a type of airlock. All groceries come in, they sit in the garage in the bags that they came in. I disinfect my hands that I unpack them in. I know my truck is going to be okay because sunlight bakes into it all day long, right? And UV actually kills these as well. So,
Yeah.
and it sits in the open air. I'm not going to touch it for days. My groceries stay in the garage. They don't.
Yeah, but is it cold enough?
It is right now. I don't fuck with them, but I think I might have a cooler prepared. But like honestly, I don't want to refrigerate something. I need to dehydrate it. That's the way you have to think of it.
Yeah, I have heard different. I've heard the info that I've heard is that if it lands on a hard surface, like if it lands on a jacket or something that's like it's very fragile. So I heard it breaks down really easily. So if it lands on like cardboard or if it lands on like a jacket or something like that, you've probably got like a day before it breaks down. But I have heard that if it lands on a hard surface, like plastic or metal, that it can last for weeks. And that's why they close the playgrounds. So that's information that I heard recently. So I don't know.
Well, I'm fucked.
Well, I don't know. That's what I heard, man. That's what I heard.
I don't know shit, then.
I mean, to be honest with you, I put my stuff right in my fridge. So.
And it loves the cold. That's
Tracy on one of the mate bikes right there, bitches.
Derek is just like, I don't want to talk about this prepper shit.
This is
I know,
stupid.
it's tough. It's hard. To be honest with you guys, like
talking about.
I have literally spent so much time flipping through the news and watching the
that's the problem.
death chart of numbers and things like that, and it was so stressful that I've over the last maybe 4 days or 5 days, I've literally tried to check the news one time instead, just flip through once, because I was literally always on it. I've tried to get off Facebook too. So many people are hey, everyone on Facebook currently watching us, thank you. But I've tried to get off. I've tried to get off Facebook because Tom Skilling's. By the way, guys, as an FYI, Danny's been chit chatting with us. I don't know if you guys can see the comments. Let me see if I can.
Live.
Look
comments?
at this.
Danny Bailey. There, I went to live comments.
Look at this. Danny Bailey says, "Boom, boys, you are comedy." Thank you, Danny Bailey. I forgot that I could do this, actually.
I went to live comments and now I see them. That's so cool.
And let's see here. Tom Skilling says, says, "Holy shit, Derek, Mike, you guys know each other?"
Yeah. So
look at this. This is so professional, Christina.
Tom Skilling.
How do you know Tom? What the fuck?
All right,
I'll tell you why I know Tom. Tom has one of my kidneys.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was no. Actually, Tom, he did an amazing project here where
they worked. Tom and Mike worked on a puzzle together. One Piece.
The old One Piece puzzle.
Tom finished our sunroom, and shout out to Tom. He's an awesome contractor, and if you need something built, you call Tom Skilling because he does good work. He did our roof, and he did our sunroom, our addition there.
Tom did the renovation in my kitchen area.
Shit. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Tom. We got Danny Bailey saying when's 8 Limbs premiering. Danny, a little to be determined. I think we finished it today. All of the finished episodes Audio stuff is all on a drive. We're going to be
Today.
delivering it to Bell today. We finished it. So we'll see. But it should be within a month or so. Within a month? Adrian, you think? Probably.
Yeah. When they premiere, probably within a month.
They have to go through their stuff. Sorry, guys. They have to put closed captions and the rigmarole that they have to do. But they've been watching every episode and are very happy.
So just so you know, Christina Hyde, she said, I have to walk into that shit every day I go to work. So I want to just ask you about that, Christina. But just so you guys know, Christina saved us during Bickerman's Grove when we were all going to shoot on the street, and then we were going to climb into a trailer. And
Christina
we were going to die.
Is the best.
And then she opened up her garage and she allowed us.
Love you, Christina. You were
to go and sit in her garage and then shoot.
Let's talk about Christina literally saving us. Do you remember when Lexington fell in the hole?
Yes.
And got completely wet? Christina was like, come in, wrapped him in a towel, took all of his stuff, put it in the dryer. All we wanted to do was use the exteriors of her house and her neighbor's house. Wait, this is so weird. Her house was over here, neighbor house over here. But
I have to get something to charge my laptop. I'll be right back. You guys carry on.
Oh, fair enough.
Anyways, yeah, to have that garage was heaven. That was, without it, we would have been absolutely probably screwed. We would not have been able to carry on that day or days as we did without the use of Christina's garage. Absolutely.
Or with, with the death of a child too. That also.
Oh no!
Well, the thing was, it became one day. Christina came out and her husband. They came out and they were like, "Do you guys just want to use the garage?" And we were like, "Thank you very much." And then it became the home base for Bickerman's Grove. Like everyone that wasn't shooting, they had tables and chairs and couches. They had like a wood stove. They had a television. The kids were watching. All of our stuff came in there. The computer stuff. I really don't know how we made Bickerman's Grove without Christina's garage. Like we did have a just a trailer, just an empty trailer, and we had a heating thing in there, a heater, but it would have been ridiculous. It would have been absolutely garbage if we would have tried to use it. Christina was the best.
What happened if someone had to pee?
Absolutely. Bickerman's Grove would have had snow. Well, no snow because the weather never cooperated, but we would have had little yellow lines.
Little yellow holes, but Christina allowed us to use her washroom.
Yeah,
so
we've
basically saved her.
We realize now, Mike, from here on in, like things need to be a little different in our productions. You know, if we are out of a home or something like that, we're gonna have some place to have a bathroom moment and such.
Derek, not for you.
Yeah, Derek, you make pee-pee in the bushes, eh?
No, you gotta make the boom boom.
You boom boom in the bushes.
Listen,
too.
I know boom boom in the bush.
Listen, I don't want to tell you. I'm going to tell you guys the story. No, I don't know if I should tell the story.
Tell the story.
No, I don't think I can. But no, I can't.
Yeah.
Mike, boom boom.
But listen,
Christina, thanks for watching.
Michael,
you cannot make boom boom in a person's house when you're filming there. Okay, you cannot do it, Derek.
If you got to go to the boom boom, you got to make the boom boom. It's just a thing. You have to do it.
So Adrian, should I tell the story or no?
The key is
about Michael Malko.
Immediately after the boom
I guess we're telling this story.
I'm done.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Well, fuck it.
And then continue to wipe, and then flush again.
So here's the thing.
Water wastage, but it takes care of the aroma.
I got to take care of this. Hold on. Now,
I need to know.
Just muting Derek for a second. All right, now we're making My Huntsville Muse. Okay, a short film, which coincidentally is going to go live to the public probably in the next couple weeks. It's been out for a couple years. It was in a couple film festivals, and our website is basically done. And once we do the official launch of the website, we're going to put My Huntsville Muse up there as well. So we're making My Huntsville Muse, a little short film, and Adrian and I go to the house that we're going to be filming at, and we bring Michael Malco, who's going to be the director of photography for this short film, so that he can see the house, understand the lighting that we're going to require. We needed to raise some lights up to up quite a bit, and point them through some windows and stuff. So we were talking about what the plan was. So Mike's like, "Can I use your washroom?" And the host were like, "Absolutely." So Adrian and so Mike goes off to the washroom, Malco. Adrian and I are still walking through the house and talking with the owners and trying to figure things out. And Malco is taking his time.
It's been a long time. Where is he?
Oh, no.
We're like, what is going on?
And the problem is that the washroom is right next to the kitchen. It's not like a washroom
really
around
was.
the corner. It's like
He did not go upstairs. He was in the little washroom that was right beside the kitchen.
Oh,
So yeah, he comes out, flushes. He's like, "Whoo!" And off we.
you're like,
And we're like, these people are never gonna let us film here now.
wow.
But they were sweethearts. I don't know. Maybe their
boy.
olfactories were not working. But it's funny. It's funny too because we filmed there. And by the way, the two folks that let us film in their amazing house were also awesome.
they were lovely.
We meet
Lovely.
the best. We meet the best people. But after we filmed there was other people that were like, "Where did you film? We would love to film there." And we did talk to them. They were like, "We really like you guys, but we don't think we want a lot of people filming in our house anymore."
Yeah.
So understandable. So
I was the ghost that moved the door.
You were the ghost, the sweeper. Ghost
yeah,
sweeper.
it's terrible. No, Derek, you weren't the ghost. Derek,
I made the door.
He was the maintenance man. He wasn't the
maintenance. Way to pronunciate that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here.
So Danny Bailey, yeah. So let's just a quick rehash on Shifted. So
here we are. Yes.
Yeah, we're just now that 8 Limbs is finished, Shifted is full guns, full ball. We're pedal to the metal, and we're all about finishing Shifted and getting that done. And I do foresee, Mike Lindsay, hello sir. I do foresee that that we will need to do some more shooting. There's certainly a scene with Derek and Patricia that we need to shoot, which we just lost control of things right at the end of the day, right at the end of the very last day of the last shoot, and so we do need to fix that scene. And if the another couple of scenes I'd love to fix, but yeah, so we're just full bore Shifted. Jay, why don't you talk about the radio show or the podcast, the fictional podcast?
Yeah, so this is, at the same time we're going Shifted, we're also working on the Regional Waterloo Arts Fund podcast that we're building. So it's going really well. We're actually over the amount of time that we need if we get all of the stories and scripts that people have talked to us about, and if Mike Wirtz writes a couple things for us that we've wrote him down. We've marked him down that he's going to write. We haven't talked to him
stories
yet.
To your face.
We just haven't talked to him about it yet, so we're going to get there. But Mike, we were talking about really it can be anything. It doesn't matter. You can write any story you want. But we were thinking about making a story in the Postman world. Whether or not we want to do that, it doesn't matter. But essentially, we're writing audio dramas. And Danny, if you're still out there, I assume you are. I've got you penciled in as well for the one you were talking about. And it's good. So people have already been sending me content.
No.
And we're going to be... Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Has Mike Lindsay reached out to you about giving you a story for the audio podcast?
Yes. I talked to Mike Lindsay. Yes.
Excellent.
Attaboy, Mike.
So Mike, I don't know if you're going to build us a story in the world that you talked to us about?
Oh, he wanted to build it in his world.
I don't know. But we had a conversation a week ago or so, and he was just asking me information about what the genres could be and what we're looking for, et cetera, et cetera.
Cool.
And Mike, you can toss it in the comments there. But if you're thinking about making a piece of your story, yeah, Danny's writing a story about 21st century grave robbers, which is pretty great. I don't know if I don't know.
And I'll just say, like straight off the bat, when I hear that, and now I don't know, Danny, I don't know what your plans are, but like in terms of like a story that is going to be going through your headphones, like the sound of a shovel digging into earth is so rich, and it has so
everybody
much
would know exactly what that is.
Yeah. It's just it's a good sound. Like it's going to be a good start to, like, I mean, this is the world we're going to live in, an audio world, in this fictional series, and that's a good place to start.
Yeah,
we love it, Mike. So I'm not gonna. What's really cool, by the way? I don't know how to do this exactly, but I can actually share like my screen. I don't know how this works. Let me just see.
Oh, you could get very serious with
Hold
this.
on. I could share screen. Let me just see here.
Well, you had the clips.
I think I'd probably need. Oh, I can do a Chrome tab. Oh my god. Excuse me. Let me. Hold on. This can be super cool.
Okay, we'll just wait for you.
If you would.
Do your
cool I appreciate that.
So I will just say. Also,
right now.
I'm jealous of Mike Holland on that. You know what I'm talking about.
Here we go. It's Trevor Smith-Diggins.
Yes, look at this fucking guy.
Look at that. Oh.
From Postman.
That's cool.
You are not wrong.
Yeah, thereh look at that.
Oh.
One
of those guys is handsome.
You are not wrong.
Have you got the GR8FX?
One of those guys is terribly handsome.
Anywho, okay, let me. How many do I stop? There we go.
That's brilliant.
There we go.
Jay, you're the star.
Anyway, Mike Lindsay.
I'm trying to. There we go. There we go.
Write a story. Think about it coming through the headphones. It's got to be auditory.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is all the stories we have to design them to be audio dramas.
Yeah, you just have to remember that they're going to be delivered through the headphones, so that if someone closes their eyes, they can be in the place. They can feel where they are. You know what I mean? They're just there based on the sounds. So if your story has a rich audio scape, it's going to be better.
Now we've got a bunch of people watching this show live. Should we divulge some of the other shows that we're thinking about, or just leave it for now?
Divulge.
Leave it.
Divulge.
It's the end of the world.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to divulge the general concepts, and then people can start to get excited about some of the stories that might pop up. So we have right now we have a monster in the closet sort of story. We have
I called dibs on the handsome romantic lead.
Nice.
For that one.
Okay,
that's the monster.
Yeah, that's the monster.
Be the creature feature.
We have which is really cool. I will just say that I was concerned that we would have similar stories, but that has not been the case at all. Like everybody that's been talking about something, everything's been completely different, which is pretty cool. So we have like Danny said, 21st century grave robbers.
Yeah.
We have a story about a shootout in a city and a traffic copter that gets involved. Right. We have a story about a coming to what do you call like a growing up story.
Coming of age?
A coming of age, thank you. A coming of age story about a girl who is becoming a monster. We have a job that goes wrong. These hitmen are about to perform their duty, and they're driving, and then their job goes horribly wrong. We have a story about the devil and his interaction with a young lady, which is very excellent. We have an alien sort of War of the Worlds story. We have a kidnapping story, and we have a.
I mean, is there another kind of story?
I don't think so.
There's
And then the story that I wrote, I actually sent it into a competition, and I'm still waiting to see what happens. But I wrote a short story, and it's about it's kind of a science fiction funeral. So we will see. We'll see what happens.
My story is about a conspiracy theory talk show radio host.
Thanks, Adrian.
A call-in talk show radio host, like Art Bell.
Oh my God!
And he finds
what happened?
are actually real. If I did, the conspiracies are actually real.
Anybody
this is going to be amazing.
Tiger King?
What's that?
Any of you watch Tiger King?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
No. Yes, Danny. I wrote it for the Toronto Star. Yes. So hopefully, I don't know.
Shoot out to the city, my vote. Let's hear more on it. What's out? Shoot out. What's Tom saying?
Shoot out in the city.
A shootout in the city.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a story about a really hot day in New York City, and people are on edge
because they have coronavirus.
And some people get in an accident, and there is a shootout. And at the same time, there is a traffic copter team, who go about their daily lives, reporting on the traffic and the news and such. And then they drive down and they get involved with this shootout.
So I will say that it is interesting to me that both Tom and Danny were like, tell us about the shootout movie. Tell us about the shootout story.
She's a murderer.
I think movies with guns and people that are shooting at each other, they're popular.
Yeah, they are. Listen, it's because we're all working from home right now.
Do you know what they're
hanging out with our families a lot?
Do you know what they're talking about? They're talking about the divorce rate due to
it's going down.
Abort.
Divorce rate's going down, like way down.
Mike's like, abort right now.
Divorce rate's going down right now because everyone's like, where am I going to go?
Yeah, what am I going to do?
I can't even get an apartment right now.
Yeah.
Mike's company's down. There's no way for me to get a place to live.
Yeah. Guys, I think I'm done soon.
You know, beer and whiskey is a great combination.
Yes. Oh, so I'll say that I've been playing a lot of video games. That's been my jam.
Guys, this is gonna make me sound like a big giant dick. But I'm like, I have nothing but time right now, like zero time, and I love you all. You're all my brothers.
But I don't want to spend any more time with you.
I would give you a kidney. I give all three of you a kidney.
Wait,
if I could.
But you already gave Tom a kidney.
But I give kidneys out. But you know what? I just can't do this anymore with you, even though I have nothing but time.
Well,
you're a real piece of work.
That's nasty, Mike.
I'm probably just, as soon as I hang up on you, I'm probably just gonna watch some TV.
I'm gonna watch what you guys are doing on Facebook. I'll watch the rest of your show.
Actually, I'm just kidding. I don't really have to go, but it's just funny to say.
So yeah, I've been playing. I've been twitching.
Like involuntary?
No, I've been going on Twitch and letting people watch my video game playing I've been playing Fallout 76, and
I'm a bit of a fan of TikTok.
pretty fun.
Yes,
Yeah,
TikTok.
TikTok. It's I saw you TikToking with your girls there.
Yeah, it's fun.
What
Mhm.
do you like looking at on TikTok?
Everything.
Yes, me too.
Me too.
Yes.
I like a broad spectrum.
Yep.
Yes,
Nothing specific.
nothing.
No.
No, I said broads. Eh?
If I
Broad
Like a broad
specific.
spectrum.
if I die, delete my TikTok history.
No, guys, listen. If we die,
Oh, hey, Dave is joining the conversation.
Dave
Dave,
Guthrie. Hello, Dave.
Mike, I don't want to tell you my handle.
Do you do TikToks?
What's that? Do I
Is he-
TikTok? No, I don't. TikTok.
Is Mike Lindsay asking Derek if he can TikTok, or is he asking you if he can follow you on Twitch?
I
Mike-
assume.
no.
I assume he wants to see Derek TikToking.
So, what is TikTok? What just remind me? It's just music. It's video to music.
It's everything. It's all kinds of shit, Adrian.
It's
Yeah,
Twitter.
Is it
It's
Twitter?
just- it's Twitter.
It's
Sounds
not
terrible.
Twitter. It's video.
Sounds
and
terrible.
all video, which is not Twitter.
It's Vine.
It's
Vine.
Vine, I guess. Yeah, it's like a Vine. Yeah.
It's exactly Vine.
Yeah. That sounds terrible.
No,
I love Vine.
gives people something to do.
The spectrum of Borads. Mike, listen, you need to stop drinking and pay attention to your keyboard.
Guys,
But
I actually
if
do
we're
have to
talking
stop
about
for
who
non-good
he wants
reasons.
to watch,
Yeah, I have to go too.
either Jay or Derek, here's the answer. So I will share it with you, Mike.
See
Thanks.
Jason on Twitch.
All right, boyos.
Okay, listen, guys.
This has been a lot of fun. This has been a
good.
lot of fun.
Yeah, isn't this the Corona hug? This is the Corona hug.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
Love you, motherfuckers.
That's
Oh
not
boy.
That is
2 hours of the
okay.
show is worth that
That's-
little thing. If we
Yeah.
had done that at the beginning, show would have been 10 minutes long.
Yeah, right.
We got,
All right, guys.
we got the goal.
Thanks. Listen, you know what? 80th episode, 3 years. This was pretty awesome, even though we could not hang out in person. So
that's true.
Next best thing.
thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Keep on pushing. Bye.
Dream big.
Work hard. Mike,
Later.
Eric, say something. You have to say something inspirational.
God damn it, guys.
What?
You know how this show. Mike's like, I'm out.
I'm
See
out.
you guys later.
Okay,
Well-
Derek. Okay, dream big.
Work hard.
Inspiration.
Get rid of that guy.
Later, guys.
That guy is done. See you guys later.
Chat to you guys later. Bye, guys.
Really hope you enjoyed the show.
Wherever you watched or listened, please leave us a comment or a review. We really want to hear from you.
Share the show with a friend. You know they'll love us.
Head over to our website, thefableforest.com. There's all kinds of great stuff.
Poke around. Check it out.
See you all again in a couple weeks.